since the dawn of human time, it's always ever been about brotherhood. I think brotherhood gives you a sense of peace. It gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you a sense of strength. Just like we talked about earlier about the resilience against matrix attacks, that's going to come from brotherhood. And it's always been a band of brothers against the forces of evil. It's never been any different. It doesn't matter if you were trying to defend a besieged city or besieging a city itself. It was you and your boys and your weapons trying to stick up for what they believed was right. And if you're the kind of person who is isolated without a strong network or fraternity in the world today, you're due to be crushed by the fraternities and power structures which exist.
Prepare to delve into the depths of masculinity with Andrew Tate as your guide. In a world where strength is forged through fraternity, Tate reveals the true power of brotherhood. Join us as we explore the importance of camaraderie in the face of adversity and discover the secrets to unlocking your full potential. Are you ready to embrace the challenge and forge your path to greatness? Let's embark on this transformative journey together.
There's no light without dark. You can't be praying for an exceptional life, which is the biggest mistake that people make, especially the young guys who are trying to make money. They're praying for an exceptional life, thinking that the exceptionalism is all going to be positive. And I argue the absolute opposite. If you want an exceptional car collection and an exceptional woman and live in an exceptional house, you're going to have an exceptional level of stress, an exceptional bills, and exceptional obligations, and exceptional attacks from the robbers and the thieves and the government and the police and everyone else. You have to decide what you want to do, and the only way to avoid these things is to stay an insignificant nobody. And I think that's the worst possible life a man can live, is invisible. And most men are invisible. Most men are. I say this all the time. Every single time I go on a date with a girl and we're sitting in a restaurant, when we leave, I say, how many men do you think was in that restaurant? And she goes, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4. 3 or 4. There was 10 waiters who you didn't even see. They're invisible to you. They don't even exist. He brought you a drink. He spoke to you. He asked you what you wanted to eat. I had to tell you to say please and thank you to his ass because you're fucking rude. You're 19. You ain't even fucking working. This dude's working 12-hour shifts. You're like, oh, water. I'm like, water, please. Get some manners. What's wrong with you? So if you're a man and you're acting together, you're invisible anyway. So you're either going to be an invisible nobody or you're going to be a warlord, and you have to be ready for that war. I am ready to win this war and continue with my conquest of Earth and continue to try and inspire people to be the best version of themselves. And I am also very ready to go to fucking jail forever. I'm ready because it's not up to me. It's up to God. And if God decides I need to go to jail, then so be it. If I catch a 10-year stretch, it's going to derail my life for sure. But when I'm 65 or 70, and I talk about the time I caught a 10-year stretch in Romania on some bullshit and lived amongst the cockroaches and the killers in the mental asylum, at least I'm going to have a story from it. At least I'm going to be a better version of myself. I'm not afraid of these people. I refuse to live in fear because this is a choice I made. I made this decision to be this man, and I understood exactly what it comes with. And a lot of people at the bottom see all of the benefits. They see our cars, see the private jets, they see the girls, they see the status, and they want all of that, but they don't want the negatives. And that's why they're never going to get it. Because on your way up, you're going to start getting hit with the negatives. You're going to be derailed. There's no way to get to the top without dealing with monumental levels of stress. I often say the reason a lot of people don't have the things they want is they couldn't handle the things they want. They couldn't handle the life that is required to get the things they want. They simply would get anywhere near it and start to panic and pussy out and just go on holiday and hide on a beach and delete their social media. Mean comments. I've got street problems. You think I give a fuck about mean comments from some anon? It's difficult for me to put into words how much I don't care. But there's people out there that do care. And then they think, oh, I want to be like Top G, but you can't handle a comment on the internet. Bro, these people are born to lose. So you have to decide, and you need to look in the mirror and really make a decision, because I think perhaps if you want to build a life, choosing your life path and knowing which life path you want to go down is going to allow you to be the most effective in the construction of that life. If you say, I can't handle that stress, I want to be somewhere in the middle, accept it, accept the good and bad that comes with that, accept the kind of life you want to build and go do it. But don't sit there and say, I want to be Top G, I want to live this great life, and you're not prepared for war, because it's coming.
What does Tate suggest is the significance of brotherhood throughout human history? A. It has been essential for survival and facing challenges. B. It has hindered individual progress and success. C. It has contributed to societal divisions and conflicts. What analogy does Tate use to illustrate the choice between invisibility and greatness? A. The contrast between light and darkness. B. The dichotomy of exceptionalism and insignificance. C. The struggle between individualism and collectivism. How does Tate characterize the mindset required to navigate life's challenges? A. Acceptance of inevitable failure and adversity. B. Willingness to confront fear and embrace uncertainty. C. desire for comfort, and avoidance of risk.
A lot of you at home, you're not even looking out for the threats. You're not even trying to understand how this world works, and you're also not looking out for the opportunities. So if you're a person who isn't doing those things, you stand absolutely zero chance against the people who do. If you're not looking out for the opportunities and people are looking out for the opportunities, they will find the opportunities before you. By extension, if you're doing it by yourself and there is a team of other people looking out for opportunities, you're certainly going to fail.
Yes.
It's like watchmen. You're one man in a watchtower and you're trying your very best. But if there's 100 watchmen in 100 watchtowers and they'll notify each other to the idea of a threat, they're going to identify it sooner. I say this all the time about people who think they're going to get rich by themselves and they can do it without a brotherhood. Because people say, why join the CEO network, or why join the war room, or why do you need a brotherhood so much? I don't do anything by myself. Every business idea I have, I do alongside my brothers. If I have an idea, or I need information, or I need access to a particular market, or I need expertise, I go to the people I can trust and we do it. I make millions of dollars with hundreds of other men. That's how I do it. The idea of doing it myself is such a daunting and monumental task. Plus, I would be so slow, I would be outpaced anyway. So if you're gonna sit here and say, why do you need a fraternity? Why do you need a network? Because alone, you can't compete against the team. You could be a UFC world champion. If 10 average men jump you, it's a difficult night. Yeah. It's a hard night. Why are you trying to do it by yourself? You should be waking up every day saying, I want to become as rich as possible. So let me find guys who want to become as rich as possible. And let me find men of honor and strength who I can trust and rely on and work with them to get rich. That's how you should do it. You shouldn't be doing anything by yourself. My whole life is based on brotherhood. Everyone knows it because of Tristan, but they don't understand the extension of that fraternity we have in the war room and other places. Even us, the number of times we sit together, this podcast will be everywhere and it'll be clipped up and seen by millions of people because we're working together. That's the exact point. A lot of these men want to do it all themselves and be selfish, and they don't understand that reduces your chance from 1% to 0 because you're going to get crushed. Well, most men don't talk about money, which I find remarkable. They'll say, I want to get rich. They'll be like, what do you mean talk about money? If you sit down with 5 ice cream experts and all you talk about is ice cream, on a long enough time frame, when someone asks you about ice cream, you're going to know the answer. You're going to know how to store it, the different flavors, which flavors melt at which temperatures, which flavors are the most profitable, how difficult it is to move a particular flavor of ice cream into a particular country because it's banned in that country because the pistachio is illegal, whatever. If you talk about ice cream with ice cream experts, you're going to know about ice cream. So if you talk about money with people who have money, you're going to know about money. But most people sit and say, I want to get rich. And when they sit with their friends, they don't sit there and go, okay, none of us even know about money, but let's talk about money. If we had to make money today, how could money be generated? What could we do that would generate money before we go to sleep today? What are you good at? What are you good at? And what am I good at? How can we work as a team? They don't talk about this. They talk about the Super Bowl. Yeah. And then they wonder why the people who do talk that way make money and they don't. You're not going to attract something or learn how to achieve something if you don't speak about it. You've never accidentally achieved anything in your life ever. If you're sitting at home watching this, everything good in your life, none of it came to you by accident. I've never seen someone with a Ferrari and say, how did you get that Ferrari? And their reply was, oops. Ever. I've never seen somebody who's in fantastic shape or has a big business or a big house or any of the things you want. And you said, how did you get it? And he goes, oops, I just don't know. You have to try and you have to think about it and you have to make a plan. And the best way you're going to ever get anywhere in life is to do that alongside other competent men because it multiplies your competence. It's really not a complicated idea, but for some reason, people are too lazy or too arrogant to adopt that mindset.
In Tate's view, what is the key to achieving success and prosperity? A. Reliance on individual efforts and determination. B. Collaboration and cooperation with trusted allies. C. Submission to external forces and circumstances. What does Tate emphasize as the fundamental flaw in the pursuit of wealth and status? A. Lack of ambition and drive to succeed. B. Failure to recognize the importance of networking. C. Misunderstanding the role of fraternity and teamwork. How does Tate critique the prevailing attitude towards discussing wealth and success? A. Advocating for greater transparency and openness. B. Emphasizing the necessity of learning from successful individuals. C. Highlighting the detrimental effects of complacency and ignorance. As we conclude our journey into the realm of masculinity with Andrew Tate, remember that true strength is found not in isolation, but in the bonds forged with others. Take heed of Tate's wisdom and recognize the power of collaboration and mutual support on the path to greatness. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights into mastering the art of manhood. Until next time, may you find inspiration in the company of your brothers and rise to meet life's challenges with unwavering resolve.